Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Channel, where learning English feels calm, friendly, and real. I'm Mia.
Hello, Mia, and hello to everyone listening today. I'm Daniel. Whether you're at home, on your way to work, or just taking a quiet break, we're really happy you're here with us.
It's so nice to be here with you, Daniel. You look very relaxed today.
I feel relaxed. I have a warm cup of tea, the weather is quiet outside, and I'm in a good mood. How about you, Mia?
I'm doing well, thank you. I feel calm, but also a little thoughtful today.
Thoughtful. That sounds interesting. Why do you feel thoughtful?
Because I've been thinking about the past year, about everything that happened, the good moments and the difficult ones.
Ah, I understand. That feeling has a name. We call it reflective.
Yes, exactly. Reflective. When we look back and think quietly about our experiences.
This is actually a perfect time for that. One year is ending and a new year is beginning.
It really is a special moment. Many people stop for a moment and ask themselves questions.
Questions like, what did I do this year? Or, how did I change?
Or even, what did I learn?
That's a very good question, and that is exactly what we're talking about today.
Yes, today's topic is talking about your year in English.
We'll help you talk about your experiences, your feelings, and the lessons you learned.
And we'll do it slowly, clearly, and in simple English.
Before we start, we have a small request for everyone listening.
If you enjoy learning English with us, please like this episode and subscribe to the channel.
It really helps us continue making calm, helpful content for you.
And feel free to share this episode with someone who wants to practice English in a relaxed way.
Thank you so much. Okay, Mia, let's talk about the year.
Let's do it. Daniel, when you think about the last year, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Let me think for a moment. I think about how fast it went.
Yes, time feels very fast sometimes.
It really does. January feels like it was just yesterday, but now the year is already finished.
I feel the same way. Some months feel long, but the whole year feels short.
Exactly. When you're busy, time moves quickly.
Were you busy this year, Daniel?
Yes, I was. I worked a lot, learned new things, and spent time with people I care about.
That sounds like a full year.
It was. Some days were exciting, and some days were very tiring.
That's very real. What about you, Mia? Did the year feel fast or slow?
Both.
Some months passed quickly, especially when I was enjoying myself.
And the slow months?
Those were the quiet months, when I stayed home more and spent time thinking.
Quiet months can feel long, but they're important.
Yes, they teach us a lot.
Now let's practice some English together. We're talking about the past, so we use the past simple tense.
For example, we say, I worked a lot, or I traveled, or I stayed at home.
Let me give an example. Last year, I started a new habit.
Oh, that sounds interesting. What habit did you start?
I started walking every morning, even when I felt lazy.
That's impressive. Did you enjoy it?
At first, no, but after some time, yes, it became part of my day.
That's a great example. You can say, last year I started walking every morning.
Very simple and very clear.
For me, last year I visited my childhood home.
Oh, that must have brought many memories.
It did. I felt emotional when I walked through the old rooms.
That's a beautiful experience. You can say, I visited my childhood home last year.
Yes, and these sentences help us talk about our life naturally.
Now, we don't only talk about actions, we also talk about feelings.
That's very important. Feelings help tell a real story.
For example, you can say, I felt proud, or I felt tired, or I felt grateful.
Daniel, how did you feel about last year overall?
I felt thankful, even for the difficult moments.
That's a powerful feeling. Thankful means you appreciate what you have.
Yes, I learned that not every year is perfect, but every year teaches us something.
When people hear the phrase your year, they often think about big events, big changes, big moments.
Yes, like a new job, a new city, or a big achievement.
But your year is not only about big things.
That's very true. Sometimes the small moments are more important.
Small moments like a quiet morning, a cup of tea, a walk in the evening.
Or a conversation that made you feel understood.
Exactly. Those moments may not look special, but they stay with us.
Mia, when you think about your year, do you think more about big moments or small ones?
Honestly, the small ones. The big moments are easy to remember, but the small moments shaped my days.
I feel the same. The year is made of normal days, not just special days.
That's a very important idea for English learners, too.
Oh yes, because when we talk about our year in English, we don't need to sound dramatic.
We can speak simply and honestly.
Let's practice that together.
Let's start with a very common question.
What kind of year did you have?
This is a question you might hear from friends, coworkers, or classmates.
And you don't need a long answer.
You can say something simple like, I had a busy year, or it was a quiet year for me.
Or even, it was difficult, but I learned a lot.
That sentence is very natural.
Yes, and very honest.
Daniel, how would you describe your year in one sentence?
Let me think for a moment. I would say it was a challenging year, but also a meaningful one.
That's a beautiful sentence.
Thank you. And how about you?
I would say it was a year of growth and reflection.
Growth and reflection, two very strong words.
Yes, and they are very useful words in English.
Let's explain them slowly for our listeners.
Growth means becoming better, stronger, or more confident over time.
And reflection means thinking deeply about your experiences.
When we talk about our year, reflection is very important.
Because we're not just listing events, we're sharing feelings.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about grammar for a moment, but in a relaxed way.
Yes, no stress.
When we talk about a finished year, we often use the past simple tense.
For example, I worked a lot last year. I traveled with my family. I stayed at home more.
Very clear. The year is finished, so we use past simple.
But sometimes we use the present perfect.
Yes, especially when the experience still matters now.
For example, I have learned to be more patient. I have become more confident.
Those changes are still part of you today.
Daniel, what is something you have learned this year?
I have learned to slow down. I used to rush everything.
And now?
Now I try to enjoy the process, not just the result.
That's a powerful lesson.
It didn't come easily. There were moments of frustration, moments when I laughed at myself and said, okay, I need to breathe.
I think many people can relate to that.
Definitely.
Now let's talk about another common question people ask at the end of the year.
Ah, yes, the question everyone asks.
What was the best part of your year?
This question can feel difficult,
Because sometimes the year was not perfect.
but there is usually at least one good moment.
Even a small one.
Mia, what was one good moment from your year?
One moment that stands out is a simple evening with friends. No phones, no plans, just talking and laughing.
That sounds really nice.
It reminded me how important connection is.
For me, the best part was finishing something I started. I didn't give up.
That feeling is priceless.
Yes, I remember smiling to myself and thinking, I actually did it.
Those quiet smiles matter.
They really do.
Now let's help our listeners answer this question in English.
You can start with, the best part of my year was
Then add a simple action or feeling.
spending time with my family, learning something new, feeling more confident.
You don't need complex words.
Simple English is strong English.
Now, Daniel, let's also talk about the other side.
Yes, the difficult moments.
Another common question is, what was the hardest part of your year?
This is a sensitive question.
And you don't have to share everything.
You can answer in a gentle way.
For example, it was a stressful time at work. Or, I faced some personal challenges.
Those sentences are respectful and clear.
Daniel, how do you usually feel when you talk about difficult moments?
A little quiet, a little thoughtful.
Yes, that's very natural.
Sometimes I pause. Sometimes I smile softly and say, "It wasn't easy, but I'm okay now."
That sentence shows strength.
And honesty.
Talking about your year is not about being perfect.
It's about being real.
And when you practice this in English, you're not just learning words.
You're learning how to express yourself, which is the heart of language.
Daniel, something else happens when we look back at the year. We don't only remember events, we remember feelings.
Yes, feelings stay with us longer than dates or details.
Exactly. Sometimes I forget what day something happened, but I remember how it made me feel.
That's very true. Feelings are like fingerprints on our memories.
That's a beautiful way to say it. So let's talk about feelings for a moment.
Okay, when you think about the past year, what feeling comes first?
I think the first feeling is gratitude.
Gratitude. That's a powerful word.
Yes, it means feeling thankful. I feel thankful for small things.
Like what?
Simple mornings, warm coffee, quiet moments, good conversations like this one.
I love that. The small things really matter.
They do. And last year taught me that I don't need big, dramatic moments to feel happy.
That's a very important lesson.
What about you, Daniel? What feeling comes first for you?
For me, it's relief.
Relief. Interesting. Can you explain?
Yes, last year was challenging at times. There were moments of stress and uncertainty.
I think many people can relate to that.
Yes, and now when I look back, I feel relief because I made it through.
You survived the hard parts.
Exactly. I didn't quit. I kept going, and that makes me feel proud, too.
You should feel proud. That's not easy.
Thank you, Mia.
You know, this is something our listeners should hear. If last year was difficult, that doesn't mean it was a bad year.
Yes, a difficult year can still be a meaningful year.
It can teach you patience
Or strength.
or compassion for others.
Sometimes the hardest years change us the most.
That's true. And change is not always loud.
No, sometimes it's very quiet.
Like learning to say no
Or learning to rest.
or learning to forgive yourself.
That one is especially important.
Yes, many people are very kind to others, but very strict with themselves.
I am like that sometimes.
Me too. But looking back at the year helps us see that we did our best with what we had.
Exactly. We made choices based on who we were at that moment.
And now we are a little wiser.
Hopefully a little calmer, too.
Hopefully.
Mia, when you reflect on the year, do you ever think about moments you wish you handled differently?
Yes, I do.
I think everyone does.
Sometimes I think I could have been more patient or I should have spoken up.
I feel that, too. I replay conversations in my head.
Same here. But I tried not to stay there too long.
Why not?
Because reflection is helpful, but punishment is not.
That's a very important difference.
Yes, reflection says, what can I learn? Punishment says, I am not good enough.
And we don't want that.
No, learning should feel gentle, not heavy.
I like that idea. Gentle learning.
That's what this podcast is about too.
Absolutely. Calm English, no pressure.
Just progress, one step at a time.
Speaking of progress, I think it's important to talk about achievements,
Yes, even small ones.
especially small ones.
Daniel, can you share one thing you are proud of from last year?
I am proud that I stayed consistent
Consistent with what?
with my habits. I showed up even when I didn't feel motivated.
That's huge.
I didn't do everything perfectly, but I didn't give up.
That matters more than perfection.
What about you, Mia? What are you proud of?
I am proud that I learned to slow down.
That's not easy in today's world.
No, it's not. But I learned that rushing doesn't always mean progress.
Sometimes slowing down helps you see more clearly.
Exactly. And I want to carry that into the new year.
That's a beautiful intention.
You know, I hope our listeners pause for a moment right now.
Yes, just a moment.
Take a breath.
And think about one thing you did well last year.
Just one.
It can be very small.
Learning English.
Showing up for someone.
Getting through a hard day.
That counts.
It all counts.
Daniel, earlier we talked about lessons, memories, and how the year changed us. There's another part of the year that many people think about quietly.
Yes, the moments that didn't go as planned.
Exactly. The difficult moments.
I think it's important to talk about those too, especially in a gentle way.
I agree, because when we talk about our year, it's not only happy memories, it's the full picture.
And talking about difficult moments in English is also very useful.
Yes, many learners want to say how they felt, but they don't know the words.
So let's help them.
Daniel, when you think about last year, was there a moment that was challenging for you?
Yes, there was one period that was quite hard.
Take your time.
Thank you. For me, it was around the middle of the year. I felt overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. That's an important word.
Yes, overwhelmed means feeling like there is too much to handle.
Too much work, too many thoughts, too many responsibilities.
Exactly. I was working a lot, sleeping less, and saying yes to everything.
That sounds exhausting.
It was. I remember waking up tired and going to bed tired.
How did you realize something needed to change?
My body told me. I couldn't focus. I felt impatient. Even small things felt heavy.
That's something many people experience.
Yes, and I learned an important sentence in my own life. I need a break.
That sentence is simple but powerful.
Very powerful. And in English, it's an easy sentence to use.
Let's practice that for our listeners.
Good idea.
You can say, I needed a break last year.
Or, I was tired, so I took a break.
You can also say, last year was difficult, but I learned from it.
That sentence shows strength.
Yes, it doesn't sound negative, it sounds reflective.
Mia, did you have a difficult moment last year?
Yes, I did.
Would you like to share?
I will. For me, it was a moment of doubt.
Doubt.
Yes, I questioned myself. I asked, am I doing the right things?
That can be uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. I compared myself to others too much.
Comparison can be very heavy.
It can. I felt behind, even though I was working hard.
That's a very human feeling.
Thank you. I learned something important from that time.
What did you learn?
I learned to be kinder to myself.
That's a beautiful lesson.
Yes, I started saying things like, I am doing my best.
That sentence is something everyone should practice.
Absolutely. And learners can use it in English too.
Let's give some simple examples.
You can say, last year was not easy.
Or, I had some difficult moments, but I grew.
Or even, I learned a lot about myself.
Those sentences are honest and calm.
Daniel, I think it's important to say this.
Go ahead.
Not every year has to be amazing.
Yes, some years are about survival, learning, and healing.
And that is okay.
More than okay. It's normal.
When learners talk about their year, they don't need big stories.
Simple sentences are enough.
For example, it was a quiet year.
Or, it was a challenging year.
Or, it was a year of change.
All of those are perfect answers.
And they are very natural in daily English.
Mia, when you look back now, how do you feel about those difficult moments?
I feel grateful.
Grateful?
Yes, because they slowed me down. They helped me understand myself better.
That's very wise.
What about you?
I feel calmer now. I don't rush as much.
That shows growth.
It does, and growth is a big part of talking about your year.
Exactly. Growth doesn't always look exciting, but it's meaningful.
And when you talk about your year in English, you can say, I grew a lot last year.
Or, I changed in a good way.
Or, I understand myself better now.
Those sentences are powerful and simple.
I think our listeners will connect with this part.
I think so too.
Because everyone has a story, even if they don't share it often.
And English is just a tool to express that story.
Exactly.
Daniel, when people look back at their year, they often think about big moments. But sometimes it's the small moments that stay with us.
That's very true. Small moments can be very powerful. A short conversation, a quiet morning, or even a simple habit.
Yes, sometimes I remember a feeling more than an event.
A feeling?
Yes, for example, feeling proud, feeling calm, or feeling brave for the first time.
I like that. The year is not only what happened, but how we felt.
Exactly. Daniel, when you think about last year, what feeling comes to your mind first?
I think the feeling is growth.
Growth. That's a beautiful word. Can you explain it a little?
Of course, growth means I feel I became better or stronger or wiser than before.
That's wonderful. And how did you grow?
I learned to be more patient with myself and with other people.
That's not easy.
No, it's not. But last year taught me that rushing doesn't always help.
I understand that. For me, the feeling of the year was gratitude.
Gratitude. That means feeling thankful.
Yes, I became more aware of the good things in my life.
Like what?
Simple things. My health, my home, conversations like this.
That's very meaningful. Sometimes we forget to notice those things.
Exactly. Looking back at the year helps us notice them again.
Part 3. Mia, many people think reflecting on the year means only thinking about success.
Yes, but that's not true.
Not at all. The difficult moments are also important.
I agree. Challenges teach us a lot.
Last year, I had a few hard weeks. I felt tired and unsure.
I remember you mentioning that.
Yes, at that time, I thought something was wrong with me.
And now?
Now I see it differently. I was just human.
That's such an important realization.
I learned that it's okay to slow down and ask for help.
That's a strong lesson. Many people struggle with that.
What about you, Mia? Did you have a difficult moment last year?
Yes, I had a moment where I doubted myself.
Doubted yourself?
Yes, I wondered if I was doing enough, if I was on the right path.
That can feel very heavy.
It did, but that moment helped me reflect and reset.
Reset. That's a great word.
I reminded myself that progress is not always fast or visible.
That's something many listeners need to hear.
Yes, if you are listening, remember this. Slow progress is still progress.
Part 4. Now, let's help our listeners talk about their year in English.
Good idea. Let's keep it simple.
If someone asks, "How is your year?" you don't need a long answer.
You can say something like, "It was challenging, but meaningful."
Or, "It was quiet, but I learned a lot."
Exactly. Simple sentences are powerful.
You can also talk about changes. For example, I became more confident.
Or, I learned to take better care of myself.
Very good. You can also say what you're proud of.
Yes, I'm proud that I didn't give up.
That's a strong sentence.
Daniel, let's give one more example.
Okay, this year taught me to be patient.
Perfect. Short, clear, natural.
And remember, there is no perfect year.
Every year has good days and hard days.
And both are part of your story. Part 5.
As the year ends, many people feel mixed emotions.
Yes, happiness, sadness, hope, and even relief.
All of those feelings are normal.
Absolutely. Ending a year is like closing a chapter.
And starting a new one.
Mia, what are you carrying into the new year?
I'm carrying kindness toward myself.
That's very important.
And curiosity. I want to stay open to learning.
I love that. For me, I'm carrying balance.
Balance between work and rest.
Exactly. And joy in small things.
Before we close, let's speak directly to our listeners.
Yes, if you are listening right now, take a moment.
Think about one thing you learned this year.
It doesn't have to be big.
Just something real.
You made it through this year.
And that matters.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
We're very grateful you're here.
Take care of yourself.
And keep learning one day at a time.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.